Hi YouTube. Um, it is Thursday. It's the 24th. I have a meeting to go to for the Teachers College at ASU, and I cannot wait because I get to speak to current teachers and find out how hard the job is because, being a teacher is pretty hard. As you can see, I've been graying this out, and it itches like crazy, but I'm giving it a try because I was told that I need to. Um, So, there's one thing that I wanted to talk about real quick, just about being HIV positive and dating. It's really tough. I have to say that because, um, you meet a guy, you like him, you hit it off, and then you let him know, by the way, hey, I have this deadly disease that I could pass on to you if we're not careful, and suddenly they fall off the radar. You send them a message, through either an app or even through text message, and suddenly they're non-existent. Um, second, I'm open about my status because it's just better to be open about it up front than sit there and hide it for a good year after meeting somebody and then they suddenly want to screw without a condom, and you're like, sorry, can't because I have HIV, and then they leave you because it would be really tough to make that emotional connection with somebody, and then suddenly they don't love you anymore because you have one little flaw. Not my ex. My ex had many flaws. And the thing is that being open about it garners different variations of attention. One, you get the people who are curious and they're like, "Hey, how'd you get it? I hope you're doing okay. Um, is there anything I can do to help you? Do you need mental health service? Mental health services. Jesus Christ, I'm not insane. I don't need mental health services. But thank you for thinking of me in that way." Um, uh, Oh, well, there's one guy who's messaging me right now, and he's actually kind of sweet. The other one is you get the attention of people who you don't really want to date. So it seems like the only people who are open about their being HIV positive are older gentlemen who are in relationships but want to screw around on their partner or are allowed to screw on their partner. Um, uh, or, and not to be racist, but black people. Black men tend to be a little more open about it because they want to tell the truth. It's a little strange. Then you get the people who want to screw and they want you to give them the disease, which is really weird. Very weird. And I just sit there and go, do you understand why I don't want to do this at this point? Because you're asking for a disease that I have fought against for the last year, that I had to come back from death with. I don't want you to go through that. And with those guys, they're I had one guy who hit me up and he's like, I want you to fuck me raw. I want you to screw me raw. I want you to pass it on to me. I'm like, well, one, I'm undetectable at this point, and the chance of me passing that on is about 5%. Two, why? And when I asked him the question why, he responded, I don't have any health care, and if I get this, I will have health care because I'll be able to apply for it because I have HIV. I'm like, no. Needless to say, that man was blocked after a short telling off. Yeah. So, yeah. Those are the different types of guys that I seem to attract at this point. And a lot of Latinos. A lot of Latinos are hitting me up. the thing is that on most of the dating websites, the apps, things like that, Grindr, Scruff, a good amount of the guys are already positive, but they're not open about it. And I sit there and I question them. Why don't you say it on your profile? Because I do. Because I feel like honesty is the best policy. And they're like, well, I want to be able to date certain types of men. The ones who will say no, if they see the word. And I'm gonna get into this in my next video, but the word that I hate, pause, P-O-Z, P-O-Z, can't stand that word. Essentially, the guys who won't date or screw positive guys, and that's not it's not the way to that's honestly not how you should be living your life in a dishonest way. So that seems to be the gamut of guys that I tend to attract on dating websites, the ones who are either in the closet about their status because they want more opportunities for dating, when, hell, I'm a great guy, by the way. I have a beard at this point. I'm working on it, at least. I need to trim this, though. This is horrible. This right here is horrible. It itches so much. Like, I'm just like, It's actually kind of fun to itch it because it feels good on my fingers. So, I get the HIV closeted guys. I get the, and then I get the guys who are, fooling around on their partners. I'm like, I want an actual relationship with somebody. I don't want to be your side boy or your side guy, side man, side dude. Side chicks have side chick. We don't. What is a side dude? Is it side dude? I think it's. We're gonna say that it's side dude from now on. Yeah. Okay. And then I get the curious people who don't really want to date, but they want to ask questions. And hey, I'm all for educating people. I had a guy that, he sat there and we talked for about an hour, and I basically told him about PrEP, TASP, what you need to do if you ever contract it. You need to find a doctor right away who specializes in HIV. And we just went on, and at the end of the conversation, he just said, thank you so much for telling me about all this, because I didn't know that you could get it from topping. I didn't know that you could, he didn't know anything about HIV, and that's our education system today, and I'm going into it eventually in a year and a half, hopefully, maybe, kind of, sort of. I don't know. My current job is pretty good too, and I can move up in the company. There's many opportunities for advancement within the company. I have people knocking down my door in our retail locations, like, "Hey, I want to do your job." I'm like, I can't really help you get a job with me, but contact corporate. Yeah. So, and then the guys that I tend to attract towards are guys that apparently don't want anything to do with me, which is just great. And it upsets me, because it's like, it's just that one tiny flaw that you're gonna give up on me. I'm a great freaking guy. Hell, I just made a friend. His name is Alfie, and he's pretty freaking amazing. He's an English as a second language learner, and so I get to sit there and finish his sentences for him, and it's tons of fun. But yeah. But other guys, they sit there and they dismiss me because they immediately see the phrase "pause" on my profile, and they're just like, nope, can't do it. And what's worse is on Grindr, you can block somebody and then they disappear forever. Same with Scruff. And on both of those apps, once they've disappeared from my nearby, stuff. I forgot the sign language sign for stuff. I kind of want to look at ASL for stuff. Gotta love the internet, right? Yeah. Sign for stuff. Let's if my computer's gonna work. Stuff. No, ASL1. Come on, give me the actual sign. Oh, okay, so it's the same thing as things, or thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. MacBook, quit messing up. So it's just that one little thing that you're going to give up on all of my other good qualities. The fact that I'm writing a book, the fact that I know sign language as a second language, the fact that I'm going to become a teacher in your local neighborhood probably, you're just going to give up on me. And it hurts a little, but then, I have to dismiss it to keep my sanity. So yeah. If you have any questions, comments, if you like or dislike the video, do so below. Please share and subscribe. HIV is a disease that is out there. It is prevalent, and there are people that you don't know that they're living with it, but they are living with it. And asking questions is the first step in getting rid of this disease. Next video is going to be about a recent article that I found. It's basically how scientists have been able to remove HIV from human immune cells, which is amazing. Or Sunday. Amazing and Sunday have the same sign. A little bit weird. But yeah, it's amazing. So, yeah. Until tomorrow, I will see all of you later.